morning. Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural, nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we're here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments of all kinds, autoimmune issues. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. No doctors required, no medical model required, and while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this healing, renewing, regenerating system is really just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you on The Bright Side. We welcome your calls at 855-660-4261, 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early so we can get to as many calls as possible at 855-660-4261. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear us recommend on the program or advertise on the program, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com. Take a look at our shopping cart. We have all the longevity products up. You can also click on the Join the Team link if you want to start a longevity business. For a one-time $10 fee, you can enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business. You can write off your home office, your samples that you give away. You can write off your mileage. And you can help spread the word about the power and the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Of course, you can also just get your products at the wholesale price, all for a one-time $10 fee. Click on the Join the Team link, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team, and they can tell you all about it at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. I encourage you also to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com. We update it regularly with news stories and blog posts. Got a post up on cosmeceuticals that I wrote yesterday. Should be up sometime today. That's pharmacistben.com. All right, we are talking eye nutrition and peptides and bone health, bone building, anabolic anabolism, building up of the body. Our last program we talked about the amino acid cysteine, best supplemented as N-acetylcysteine, also known as NAC, one of my all-time favorite supplements, NAC. Wonderful for skin health, for liver health. It's used as emergency room medicine for folks who are unfortunate enough to have Tylenol poisoning. One of the leading causes of poisoning, of liver poisoning, is Tylenol poisoning, and NAC, or N-acetylcysteine, is emergency room medicine for Tylenol poisoning, for all liver issues. You can use NAC. You can use NAC for lung health. You can use NAC to help boost the immune system. You can use NAC if you're dealing with shingles or you don't want to deal with shingles or viral infections. NAC is just a powerful immune-boosting, detoxifying supplement. You can get it at health food stores. Take around 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day. It's also a precursor of raw materials for the stupendously important and underappreciated amino acid taurine, which we've been talking about. Taurine, the electrical amino acid that's so important for the eyes. I want to talk about a couple other neat supplements that you want to think about when it comes to the health of your eyes. First of all, fatty acids, or so-called essential fatty acids. These are fatty acids, fats that are acidic, that are essential. That's all an EFA is. It's a fat that has an acid quality to it that is essential, meaning you absolutely 100% have to have it in your diet or through supplements, or you're going to be in big trouble. That's what essential means. Essential is the opposite of optional. Essential means there's no option. It ain't optional. Vitamins, not optional. Essential fatty acids, not optional. Essential amino acids, not optional. The Mighty 90, the essential nutrients, the Healthy Start Pack, not optional. No matter what you read in the paper, no matter what your bonehead doctor tells you, not optional. If you're not getting them in food, you better be supplementing with these substances, and nothing exemplifies the essentiality of the mighty 90 more clearly than so-called essential fatty acids. You got two kinds, omega-6s and omega-3s. Probably most of you guys know this. Omega-6s should form the bulk of your essential fatty acid intake. You want about 4 to 6 times as much omega-6 to omega-3. Most people get 10 to 30 times as much omega-6 to omega-3s. That's because omega-6s are much more readily abundant, much more found much more readily in the kind of foods that Americans eat. That is grains and grain oils, sunflower, safflower, corn. All of these are high in omega-6s. Omega-3s, on the other hand, are a little bit more tricky to find. Omega-6s are major players in the activities of all cells. Many times we assume that we don't have to worry about omega-6s because we're eating the kind of foods that contain omega-6s. But remember, if you're cooking your oils, and that's the major source of omega-6 fats is oils, if you're cooking your oils, you're breaking down and you're ruining your omega-6s. In fact, you could be creating more harm, creating more toxic substances than beneficial substances by cooking your oils or by even leaving your oils in a non-refrigerated state or exposed to light or exposed to oxygen. This is a problem with oils. And this is why Doc Wallach and a couple other folks, Dr. Glidden as well, believe that you shouldn't be eating oils. I don't take it that far, but I am saying you want to be careful with your oils because these essential fats are so unstable. So you got two major essential fats, omega-6s and omega-3s. Omega-6s compose a large part of the outside coating of a cell. The outside coating of a cell is called a membrane, cell membrane, and the cell membrane is probably the single most important structure in all of biology. Nothing really important, just the absolute most vital structure in the entire biological world. That is the cell membrane. This is where the magic occurs. The cell membrane is where the outside world gets converted into the inside world. It has to pass through this membrane. The membrane is magic. The membrane turns the outside into the inside. It's the most electrical system in all of life, in all of biology, and this electrical nature is accomplished largely through the activity of omega-6 fats. You think that's important, folks? Mega important. Very important. If cell membranes are the most important structure in all of biology and omega-6s are the most important component of the most important structure of all of biology, what does that tell you about the importance of omega-6 fats? Omega-6 fats are highly electrical. They've got a double bond. Now, I don't want to get into too much chemistry here, but if you're a chemist, you know what I'm talking about. That double bond means lots of electrical energy. A bond is nothing more. A chemical bond is nothing more than electrical energy. But if you have a double bond, now you got some serious electrical energy. And what makes an unsaturated fat different from a saturated fat or an essential fatty acid different from most other kinds of fats is this double bond that gives this essential fat tremendous electrical energy. Omega-6s are actually they're components of a chemical structure called a phospholipid. We've talked about phosphorus in the past. Phosphorus is also very electrical, and phospholipids are combinations of lipids or fats with phosphorus, and that means really powerful electrical energy. Phospholipids and omega-6s are all part of this biological cell membrane. They all conduct electrical energy, and no fats conduct electrical energy better than your essential fats or essential fatty acids. Omega-3s can be thought of as omega-6's partners, and they're also highly conductive and highly electrical. Omega-6s get broken down into pro-inflammatory types of chemicals. Omega-6s get broken down into anti-inflammatory types of chemicals, and that's why you want to have a balance of omega-6s to omega-3s. You need about like I say, 3 parts omega-6s, maybe 4 parts omega-6 to 1 part omega-3. It's this proportion or this ratio that you want to keep in mind when it comes to supplementing with omega-3s and omega-6s. As far as eye health goes, omega-3s are really important. I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Our number 855-660-4261. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this. Don't go away.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time, and in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open-pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
In the U.S., 1 in every 50 homes will have a break-in this year. Burglars call it smash and grab. Police call it robbery. We call it avoidable. We are Fake TV, a simple electronic device that can fool even professional burglars. Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet and simulates the changing colors of a television. To a burglar, it looks like someone must be home watching TV, so they'll likely move on to an easier target. At only $29.95, Fake TV costs less than a month of most alarm monitoring plans and comes with free shipping. Order your Fake TV by calling 877-5-FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for being here, folks. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page, brightsideben.com. Click on the archive or click here for archives link if you want to catch any of the shows that you missed or if you want to review any programs. Got Almost 3 years of programs up there. It's a lot of health information up at brightsideben.com on the archive page. You can also click on the Buy Now link if you want to purchase any longevity products that you hear us recommend on the program. You can also click on the Join the Team link if you want to start a longevity business and help me in my mission to educate the world about the importance and the power of a good nutritional supplement program. All for a one-time $10 fee. You can start yourself a business, get your products at the wholesale price, enjoy all the tax benefits and more associated with having your own business. Click on the Join the Team link, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Our number today, 855-660-4261. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that at 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early. We do have a line open for you at 855-660-4261. We'll take your phone calls here in our next segment. We are talking nutrition for the eye, peptides for the eye, all nutrition for the eye. Before we went to break, we talked about omega-3s. Omega-3 fatty acids are the partners, the colleagues, the cousins of omega-6s. You need them both. A lot of folks are telling you, a lot of nutritional folks will tell you, oh, you don't have to worry about your omega-6s because you get them in foods. And it's true, there are foods that we eat that compose a large part of the standard American diet that should have omega-6s in them, especially grain oils. But through cooking and processing and heating, etc., omega-6s are the first component, the first nutritional component that disappears out of these oils. So you can eat all the soy or sunflower or corn or wheat germ oil you want, but if these things are cooked or processed in any way, chances are you're not going to get the same omega-6 content that you would be getting if you ate that oil fresh. In any case, you need omega-3s and omega-6s periodically. Every few months or so, it seems like you're going to hear hit pieces out of the mainstream media that talks about how omega-3s are really not that effective for for brain health or for heart disease, etc. As if omega-3s are supposed to be medicine for heart disease or something, or for Alzheimer's disease or cognitive problems. Omega-3s get demonized as implied articles come out implying that these omega-3s don't really do anything. Taking them is a waste of time. Taking them is a waste of money. What these hit pieces can't deny, however, is the absolute essentiality of these things, and the fact that whether or not some study supposedly proves that EFA supplementation doesn't reverse heart disease or doesn't reverse cognitive decline or whatever, these things, these essential nutrients, better be in your food, or you better be supplementing, or your body simply cannot maximize or leverage its God-given ability to heal, recover, renew, regenerate, and be happy and healthy. In addition to being unbelievably important for the health of the eyes and the brain, omega-3s, or for the brain, I should say, omega-3s are also important for the eyes, for macular degeneration, for dry eyes, for any degenerative disease, really. You want to make sure that you're getting enough of these EFAs, especially omega-3 EFAs, which have these anti-inflammatory properties and are much more difficult to obtain than omega-6s. For babies, infants, fetuses, omega-3s help build the eyes and help build healthy vision. Moms who supplement with omega-3 fatty acids while they're developing a baby in their womb or breastfeeding a baby, have babies with better hand-eye coordination. You can support your baby's brain health. You can support your baby's eye health. You can support your baby's entire nervous system development in the womb, as well as via breast milk during the first year or two of infant development. If you're breastfeeding, formula does not always have omega-3s. Even if it does have omega-3s, it's processed omega-3s, heated omega-3s. So even if it's in the theoretically in the formula, whether or not your baby's getting the omega-3s, you just don't know. It's always a good idea, by the way, to make sure that you're taking vitamin E with your omega-3s. If you're now hip enough to know how important supplementing with omega-3s and omega-6s are, make sure you're taking vitamin E together with your omegas. EFAs are unstable. EFAs break down quickly. This is one of the things about nutritional supplements and nutrition in general. The more active something is, the more activity a compound has, the more unstable it's going to be. This is why you want to take all your nutrients in a system, and this is why you want to combine nutrients strategically, especially when it comes to fats. Vitamin E and omega-3s go together. Vitamin E has a protective effect on your essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids go rancid quickly, they oxidize quickly, they're unstable, and vitamin E can help stabilize essential fatty acids and protect them from breakdown. And as we'll talk about here in a moment, actually probably tomorrow, vitamin E has its own eye health benefits. Vitamin E's ability to protect essential fatty acids and all fats from rancidity and oxidation also means that vitamin E is going to be protective for the eyes. Vitamin E will protect the eyes from photo damage, photo-oxidation. It can protect the eyes from breaking down over the course of time. It can protect you from macular degeneration. Just vitamin E. You'll see vitamin E in the Vision FX from Youngevity. You'll see it in all reputable eye health products because vitamin E is so darn antioxidant. It may be the most important antioxidant, a fat-soluble antioxidant that you could ever use, and it's pretty darn cheap too. 400 IU a day of vitamin E will cost you pennies a day, and you're not going to get vitamin E in a lot of foods. Vitamin E is very difficult to obtain from foods. Even your best food sources are only going to give you less than 10% of what a good, healthy daily dose of a supplemental vitamin E is. And as I say, we'll talk about vitamin E here tomorrow as we continue talking about eye health. There's no vitamin more important, or at least with a reputation that's more important for the eyes than vitamin A. Vitamin A is probably the most well-known of all the eye health vitamins. The ancient Egyptians used to use vitamin A to treat eye disease. They wrote on the papyrus how they would use a crocodile liver, which is a source of vitamin A, and they put it right on top of the eyes. Those ancient Egyptians, they knew some stuff. I don't know how they knew this stuff, but they knew a lot of stuff about medicine. They actually did brain surgery. They found skulls, ancient Egyptian skulls, with little tiny openings that were evidence of surgical procedures that Egyptian doctors did on brains. And the Egyptian doctors knew about the vitamin A. They didn't know it was vitamin A, but they knew there was something in liver that helped protect the eyes. And indeed, it turns out that liver is a wonderful source of vitamin A. 20,000 international units a day is a good place to be for vitamin A. Your doctor will tell you that's too much. I'm telling you it's not too much. But make sure you take your vitamin A with all of your other fat-soluble nutrients. All your fat-soluble nutrients go together, especially A and D. If you have any fat absorption issues, gallbladder issues, liver issues, intestinal issues, stomach issues, pancreas issues, and that means most of us, folks, 30% of Americans, just for the liver, 30% of Americans have liver disorders, liver diseases, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. If you throw an intestinal problem, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, stomach problems, diabetes, pancreatic issues, low stomach acid, you're talking about a lot of folks who are going to have fat absorption problems. If you have any fat malabsorption issues, that is going to keep you from getting the benefit of vitamin A. And if you have your gallbladder taken out, same thing. It's going to keep you from maximally absorbing this super important vitamin, and that means breakdown. Lots of breakdowns. Vitamin A is the anabolic vitamin. Vitamin A for anabolic. That's a fancy way of saying building, body building, bone building, tissue building, eye building, immune system building, everything building. And vitamin A, by the way, goes together with the amino acid taurine and the mineral zinc. They all work together. If you have any kind of fat malabsorption problems, you're going to have issues with vitamin A. All right. Lots more to talk about here. We'll probably finish up eye health tomorrow, at least in terms of vitamins. Then we'll get into some glutathione talk. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Don't go away.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
An e-cig revolution is sweeping across the country. But is yours American-made? Vaporeat e-liquid by LeSig is. Manufactured in Arkansas with 100% USA-sourced ingredients. And when you buy American, you support local jobs. Vaporeat e-liquid by LeSig is top quality at an affordable price. The very principle that once drove the American economy. Get great taste with no ash, tar, or smoke. You'll be wondering why you didn't make the change to Vaporeat e-liquid by LeSig a long time ago. LeSig.com has everything you need, for beginners to the advanced vaping enthusiast, with a wide variety of hardware, and also imported e-liquid flavors as well. Plus, LeSig smokes the competition with fast, free, same-day shipping, real people customer service, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Support our country and become a Vaporeat at LeSig.com, or call 870-525-1440, 870-525.
The bad boy of broadcasting, Mancow, has found a new home. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for being here, folks. I was just reading here how Red Lobster is closing down or something here. I can't believe it. Red Lobster, or at least the company that owns Red Lobster, is selling off their Red Lobster stores. According to this article on CNN, quote, "Our industry is in a period of significant change with relatively low level of consumer demand." This is the CEO of Red Lobster talking, Clarence Otis. Apparently, consumers aren't as stupid as these CEOs think they are. Put some quality food out, folks, and maybe people will come eat at your restaurants. People aren't bamboozled by this crazy, silly, nonsense commercials for Red Lobster and Olive Garden and Longhorn Steakhouse, apparently. Anyway, have you ever eaten at Red Lobster? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, our number is 855-660-4261. I am Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We're talking eye health, nutrition, prescription drugs. If you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, let us help you out. Kim in Florida, what's going on? Welcome to The Bright Side.
Oh, thank you, Ben, for your wonderful work.
Thank you.
2 quick things. If you were taking an MSM sulfur supplement, which would you take? Because I hear so many are out there, and I don't hear you say specifically, they say some of them are adulterated and some are organic and crystal organic super sulfur. So which would you take?
There's just one kind of MSM. I'm not sure what you're talking about. MSM is just a basic chemical, methylsulfonyl-methane. It's a form of organic sulfur. It's found throughout nature. I just take plain old generic MSM. I like Now brand for my generic products. If I'm not using the longevity formulations, when I'm looking for one single supplement, one single chemical, I use the Now brand. I know the folks at Now, and I trust them. For formulas, I like the longevity formulas, and a lot of longevity formulas have MSM in them. By the way, MSM is also very important for eye health. We'll be talking about that here in the next couple of days. MSM is very, very, very important stuff. It's a form of sulfur that the body can use. As far as I know, Kim, unless you know something I don't, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about it, there's only one kind of MSM, methynyl sulfomethane, and it's not a panacea. A lot of folks will tell you it's kind of like a cure for everything, and it's not so much that it's a cure for everything as much as that it's a form of sulfur. And sulfur is such a fundamental element. It's one of the big 6 elements in the body, the so-called CHNOPS elements, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. It's one of the big 6 elements in the body, so it's very, very important. It's more and more becoming depleted out of the soils, so you're not getting it we're not getting it in our vegetables as much as we used to get it, so it's really just a good idea to supplement with. Don't treat it as a panacea or as a cure. Treat it as a source of sulfur, which is a highly electrical substance and very important for all kinds of things in the body, for bone health, for eye health, as an anti-inflammatory, for the joints, for collagen in the skin, anti-wrinkle properties. It's just an amazing, amazing supplement. But you want to think about it as being an essential supplement for the entire body rather than for specific kinds of needs, for specific kinds of treatments. But I would just use the plain old. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mr. Oxygen, and I don't know which.
Say that again, Kim. Say that again. I lost you.
Mr. Oxygen has a line of sulfur products that seem to sound very good when you read about them online.
I wouldn't waste my money. If it's just MSM, I wouldn't waste my money on a brand name MSM. That's my opinion. MSM is a generic supplement. Mr. Oxygen, I don't know who that is, but it sounds cool, Mr. Oxygen. I'll have to look him up. If he has formulas that contain MSM, that's a little bit different. But if he's selling just plain MSM, 1,000 milligrams is your standard dose, you can buy that. I would buy the Now brand, and it's really cheap stuff. There's no need to spend a lot of money on MSM.
He has a bunch of formulas that contain MSM to varying degrees.
The formulas are a little different. I'd have to look and see what his formulations are. But just plain old MSM, I wouldn't spend any extra money, any more money than I need to.
If you look them up and you want to comment on air, we'll be listening.
Okay, Kim,
if you ever come to Orlando, Florida for a seminar, please tell us on air because we'll be
you bet. You bet. I love Orlando, and I haven't been there in a while, but I used to go there all the time. Thanks, Kim. Appreciate the kind words as well. All right, let's see. To Melody, you've been holding on forever. What's going on? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hi, Ben. Thank you so much for taking my call. So I'm calling from California.
Okay.
And if you've been listening, I mean, we're being radiated, right?
Oh, yeah. But where in California are you? Where are you?
I'm right in the Bay Area.
Oh, my goodness. Are you listening on what are you listening on, KLMY or KSCO?
Online.
Oh, you're online. Okay.
Yeah.
So radiation, that's, we live in this crazy irradiated world, and that's just how it is. And now with Fukushima, it's a lot worse, obviously. It's a big problem, and I haven't talked about it a lot because there's really, what are you going to do except for supplement and make sure that you're eating carefully? There's a bunch of good nutritional supplements that I would be taking if I lived out in California, and that I take anyway, even though I'm 1,000 miles away from California. I still take anti-radiation supplements, and there's a bunch of good ones. NAC we talked about earlier, very important for chelating. Anything with sulfur in it is going to have a chelating property. It's going to be able to magnetically attract some of these irradiated minerals. There's a couple strategies. First of all, chelating agents. NaC is wonderful. MSM can be helpful in this regard. Algae and spirulina and chlorella can also have chelating properties. In fact, anything with chlorophyll is a wonderful chelating agent. You can get straight chlorophyll for that matter. You can do a teaspoon of liquid chlorophyll every day. It's great for bad breath. Chlorophyll can help prevent halitosis, and it's also great for the digestive system. It's an antioxidant. It's great for your skin. It can protect you from photo damage, and it has anti-radiation properties. If you get your chlorophyll from seaweed, you'll also get the benefit of chelating nutrients that are in the seaweed as well. Cilantro is a good chelating agent. You may want to use cilantro either as a spice or even as a nutritional supplement. Vitamin C is a superstar along with vitamin E when it comes to chelating. I'd be using 1,000 to 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is a good source of vitamin C. And the BTT is just a nice all-around nutritional supplement. It has some chelating properties. It'll protect you from radiation, and it'll get you some basic nutrients, too. Vitamin E and alpha-lipoic acid are also good for radiation, for anti-radiation. Bentonite clay. I'm going to be selling a real high-quality bentonite clay on my website, pharmacistben.com, so look out for that. I'll be talking to Gary Hanna. I'll be talking with Gary Hanna in Austin on at Brave New Books on January 23rd, and Gary Hanna's got some good bentonite products. Bentonite is good for, has some anti-radiation properties, as does zeolite. Zeolite also does. Selenium is probably the most important of the anti-chelating mineral, or the anti-radiation minerals. It's got chelating properties. So there's all kinds of great nutritional supplements that you can use. Most especially things that have sulfur in them for chelation. That would be my strategy for anti-radiation. Does that help you, ma'am? And vitamin C, of course.
And then just one other quick question. What would your daily diet look like? I mean,
as little as possible. As little as possible, as little food as possible. Veggies, concentrating on veggies, especially medicinal veggies like cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. In my opinion, that should be the bulk of your calories. If you have problems with the thyroid, you may want to steam your cruciferous vegetables anyway, or roast them, add coconut oil or butter and salt. That should be the bulk of your calories. Between the fiber and the phytonutrients, you don't need a lot more food. You don't need a lot of other foods aside from your cruciferous vegetables and your vegetables. You do need protein, good source of protein, egg protein, whey protein, fish protein, seafood. Of course, with radiation in the oceans, now we have a problem with seafood, but a little bit of seafood probably because it's just such a good source of protein along with whey and eggs. And then essential fatty acids and coconut oil in addition to your micronutrients. Hope that helps, Melody. Got to move on. Thanks so much for your call. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
Many Americans suffer from digestive problems, often totally unaware they're not absorbing essential nutrients from foods and supplements. Dr. Peter Glidden is aware of the importance of healing a damaged digestive system.
Now, the product that I'm going to talk about today, Mackey Plus, and it is a combination of a superfruit, the Mackey berry, and aloe vera juice. Now, aloe vera is a very interesting nutritional supplement to talk about because aloe vera, it's the stuff that you put on your skin if you get a burn. And, man, it really knocks down the pain, the inflammation of the burn, and facilitates healing. Well, guess what? It does the same thing internally that it does externally to burns.
To soothe and heal your digestive system, order Mackey Plus today by calling 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696. Or on the web at fireyourmdnow.com. That's fireyourmdnow.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Would you like being an insider? Would you like getting exclusive access to prizes and better deals? Would you like some help in making sure you and your loved ones are prepared for the next disaster or emergency? If you answered yes to any of these, here's your simple solution. Join Freeze Dry Guy's Survival Insider Club. Not only is your membership free, you get $10 in survival bucks just for signing up. Then you save at least 10% on purchases, plus enjoy insider access to specials, prizes, and other exclusive offers. Since 1970, veteran-owned Freeze Dry Guy has been your trusted source for long-lasting, easy-to-make freeze-dried food and dehydrated food, perfect for emergency preparedness, RV travel, and outdoor needs from camping to sailing. Enjoy life as a survival insider. Call Freeze Dry Guy now at 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on to freezedryguy.com. That's freezedryguy.com.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
We're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for being here. Forgot to mention for radiation, when you start taking in good minerals, your body will be less likely to take in the toxic heavy metals and radiation minerals. And this is especially true with iodine. It's one of the reasons why you take potassium iodide when there's radioactive iodine present. Nascent iodine can protect you against radioactive iodine as well. Good minerals like zinc can protect you from heavy metals and toxic minerals, radiated minerals like lead. Selenium also is protective. And let's see what else. Selenium, zinc. Let me get my periodic table here. Where I find my periodic table? Selenium, zinc. Sulfur, obviously, MSM. Sulfur is very important. Calcium can have some protective effects. Magnesium can have some protective effects. This is one of the reasons why minerals are so darn important. Get yourself on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. If you guys have not tried this BTT yet, what are you waiting for? Especially now with the BTT 2.0. It tastes awesome. And it's also GMO-free and still loaded with all the nutrients that you get in the regular BTT. In fact, it's got more nutrients than the regular BTT. And it's basically the same price, tastes awesome, and it is GMO-free as well. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Jacob in Texas, what's up? Welcome to the Bright Side. Jacob, what's up?
How's it going? Hey, Ben.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Well, I was calling. I had a friend who was getting some. She had hives getting them on her neck, face, and mouth area.
All right, I'm having a hard time hearing you, but I did hear hives. And you know what, Jacob? Hives are so easy to treat. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievably easy to treat. Hives are a classic example of an immune response in the skin. You know, we don't think of the skin as being an immune system organ. And that's because when we look at the skin, it just looks like a sheet that's covering the inside of our body. But if you zoom in with your microscopic Superman vision and you zoom into your skin, you'll see basically cells and stuff around the cells, and those cells secrete chemicals that we think of as immune system chemicals, defensive chemicals. Whenever you have hives, you have, by definition, a secretion of these immune system chemicals. And whenever you have this kind of activity, immune activity, you only have one thing to ask if you want to reverse it, and that is, what is my body responding to? Now, your body's not responding to pixie dust from angels, and it's not responding to little arrows that elves are shooting at you, and it's not responding to some voodoo curse that somebody's putting on you from Haiti or New Orleans. It's usually responding to something that you're putting inside of it. Now, what do we put inside of our body? Right? Think about it. It's pretty obvious. Food. Food, food, food. Hives equals some kind of food response. Now, occasionally, rarely, you'll get a topical kind of problem where you put, contact dermatitis, they call it, where some kind of toxin or allergen will get put on top of the skin, but that's very, very rare, especially when you have it all over the way you're describing. Your friend is having a digestive reaction. She has some kind of digestive condition, and this is so tragic because as miserable as hives is, that's how easy it is to reverse. Simple. Now, if you don't believe me, have your friend fast for 2 days. If she can stop eating for 2 days, she'll notice that her hives disappear. And then have her start eating normally again, and what she'll see is, if she eats something that's triggering this kind of immune response, that her hives will flare up again. And then all she has to do is track the flare-ups to specific foods. It's really as simple as that. Now, she'll notice that it's unusual for somebody, it's almost impossible, really, for somebody to have hives without a history of digestive problems. So chances are she knows she's got some kind of issues with the digestive system. Have her focus on the foods that she typically has problems with. Those would be eggs and dairy and grains for most people, peanuts, legumes as well. Sometimes folks have reactions to chicken or pork. But you don't know what it is. Just focus on specific foods and skin reaction, or specific foods and a digestive system reaction, and then eliminate those foods. The next thing you want to do is start to take in nutrients that support the digestive system. The Biolumin Nightly Essence from Longevity is a must-have. It's probiotics as well as digestive enzymes. The ultimate enzymes can help as well. Using glutamine, we'll be talking about that here in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow even. Glutamine powder, that can be very helpful for the digestive system. Bone soup can be helpful for the digestive system as well. Long story short, focus on foods, focus on the digestive system. Topically, if she wants some instant relief from the pain, or from the itching, I should say, she can get something called Benacort at a drugstore. That's a combination of Benadryl and cortisone, hydrocortisone. I don't recommend that you stay on that for a long period of time, but for there's just the misery of the itching and the flare-ups of the hives, that can be helpful. But as I say, I don't recommend that she stays on that a long time. Just only as she absolutely needs it. It's called Benacort, Benecort. All right, Jacob, thanks for your call. Got to move on. I got a bunch of folks I want to get to. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care, buddy. Have a good day. All right, Ken in Indiana, welcome to the Bright Side. What's up, bro?
Pharmacist Ben, listen, you are such a blessing. I'm so glad I found your program.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, listen, you are just opening up all kinds of things for me. This is Ken from Mitchell, Indiana. My wife's mother had Huntington disease and finally died of it. I understand something about it. I know it's the testing for it is unbelievable because it's such a life-changing awakening. But she's not been tested. She's 50 years old.
Your wife you're talking about your wife now, right?
My wife, right.
Okay. Huntington's disease is just a classic standard neurological degenerative disease. It's just a degenerative disease of the nerves. This is what most folks are dealing with when they deal with some kind of health problem. They're dealing with a degenerative disease. The definition of a degenerative disease is a disease that keeps getting worse. It doesn't get better. That's all a degenerative disease is, whether it's an arthritis or it's a diabetes or whether it's an autoimmune issue or a neurodegenerative disease like Huntington's disease. The brain and the nervous system break down and they don't repair. They don't fix themselves. Usually when something breaks down, because the body's a healing system, the regenerative process will kick in. That doesn't occur with Huntington's disease. You just keep going downhill. What part of the body goes downhill? The brain and the nervous system. So what you want to do is you want to focus on keeping the body from breaking down. Not so much on the brain and the nervous system, although there are some things you could do specifically from the brain and for the nervous system. You want to focus on helping the body build itself up. That means step number one for Huntington's disease, stay away from anything that slows down the building process or keeps the building process from kicking in. Pro-inflammatory foods, allergenic foods, those are the most important things to stay away from. In fact, that's the most important thing you can do for any degenerative disease. I know it's not sexy. I know it's not going to sell a product. I'm not going to make any money off you by telling you this, because you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to do anything. This is about health. This isn't about, when it comes to Huntington's or any kind of degenerative disease, you don't need to purchase any products or formulas or anything else. The first thing you need to do, eventually you're going to need some supplements, but first and foremost, you got to stay away from foods that whack out the digestive system. The digestive system, it would be specific for her, but for most people, there's going to be grains, not just gluten, all grains, dairy, eggs, peanuts, soy, processed foods, processed fats especially, refined carbohydrates, and flour products. The foods they try to sell you on commercials. The foods they try to sell you on commercials are high profit margin foods. And when you have a high profit margin food, you have a low nutritional value food and a great likelihood for amplifying the immune and inflammatory response. This is the enemy in Huntington's disease. This is the enemy in all degenerative disease. Inflammatory foods and pro-immune foods. So if she has any kind of digestive problems, link those up to foods and then eliminate those foods. If she has diarrhea or constipation or heartburn or bloating or gas, link those symptoms up to foods and then eliminate those foods. That's the first thing everybody needs to do when they're dealing with some kind of degenerative crisis. And it doesn't require a doctor, it doesn't require a pharmacist, it doesn't require me, it doesn't require anything. All it requires is watching out for foods that trigger some kind of digestive response and then eliminating those foods. Secondly,
what would be the first on-site that I would look for?
There's no site, man. I wish I could direct you. You're going to have to do your own research. There's no one site where any of this stuff is. And that's why I'm doing this.
No, I meant within her body. If it's already coming, what would I be looking for?
Belly. Complaints with the belly. Diarrhea, constipation. It's the first two things. If there's no diarrhea, there usually is, but if there is no diarrhea or constipation, gas or bloating or pain in the belly area, heartburn also, any digestive symptom, that's the first thing to do. You know, the doctor will point you to the brain and will point you to the nervous system. I'm pointing you to the digestive system. That's where we point to on the bright side, because this is the key. It's the start of all diseases, and it's what no doctor will tell you because they can't sell you anything for it. All you got to do is eliminate problem foods. Now, there are wonderful supplements you're going to need, and I wish we had more time, so I'll tell you what, why don't you call back tomorrow and we'll continue this discussion, because we're just flat out of time. So much more to say. I didn't mean to say that you're not going to need to purchase anything, because you are, but not first. First, you need to focus on eliminating foods, then probiotics and all the digestive supplements we talk about on this program. If you could call back tomorrow, that would be great. We could finish up, Ken. I apologize. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye for now.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
Time and time again.
You need to come here and help us. We need assistance, please.
Those we should be able to depend on let us down.
Federal and state and local officials saying help is on the way. Well, the folks here in Belle Harbor say, show me.
Don't depend on the government to save you. Take action now so that you're prepared for the next disaster with MyPatriotSupply.com. Get the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self
self-reliance books, and more at mypatriotsupply.com. Call 866-229-0927.
We are hurting down here, and we need help immediately.
Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. mypatriotsupply.com. mypatriotsupply.com.